Hi co-creators, it's Laura Duksta here, and I am doing some catch-up again, a little recap of my week, and it's been a great week. My biggest intention during this 100-day reality challenge is to get my book, I Love You More, which has been self-published now for 5 years, sold to a major publisher. And we've been waiting for this for about 4 years. So it's really magnificent that I feel like it's at hand. I kept saying it's going to happen soon, and I realized how powerful our words are that I kept creating it in the future. So I am saying that the contract is at hand. And our book is actually in the hands of about 5 to 7 different major publishers in New York City. I think when I checked in last that we had already heard back from 2 of them no's. We got 2 no's from HarperCollins and 1 from Penguin Putnam. But that's alright. The Beatles were turned down very many times, and as was many, many authors. One of the cool things that I've taken on is doing some service work. It's from a class that I'm taking at church. They ask you to tithe of your talent, and they recommend that you do it at church, but if you can't do it at church, to do it out in other areas in the community. And so I'm taking that on because I go to church about an hour away from where I live. So I went into a children's hospital, and then this past week I went into the Broward House, which is a home for recovering addicts. I guess they've got several different programs there, but I talked to a group of chemically dependent or recovering from a chemical dependency people, and that was a really awesome opportunity to go in and share where I've been in my life and where I've come. And I always believe that if I share my story, it encourages other people to know that they can do the same. So that was an awesome opportunity. But the coolest opportunity that I had this week was to go into a library aftercare program and share about Dr. Seuss. And I scheduled myself to do 3 of these meetings. It's Dr. Seuss's birthday, or Theodore Giesel's. He would have been like about 103 this year. And what I realized is that the woman from Borders, who I set this up with, she had given me they take a little post-test and pre-test, and she had given me the questions that they needed to know the answers to, but she hadn't sent me any bio information. So I spent some time really investigating Dr. Seuss. One of the things that Dr. Seuss said, he never had any children, and neither do I, and he was kind of known for saying, you have children, I'll amuse them. So I say, you have children, I'll inspire them. And when I kind of compare myself to people to let people know who I am or what I'm about, I say I'm Dr. Seuss meets Wayne Dyer. So the kind of that children's book and just that essence of laughter and love mixed with that inspiration of somebody like Wayne Dyer. So I got to go do like some research on Dr. Seuss, and one of the things that I found out is that he was turned down by like 29 publishers when he first started to get his work out there, and also he was told to drop out of an art class when he was in high school because he had no talent. And then he was also, like, inside of his career, not really considered a very good poet or illustrator. And his books, as we all know, have gone on to sell millions and millions of copies. So, you know, we're getting, like I said, we've gotten 2 no's from publishers already, and I'm all right with that. But it was really great finding out that information about Dr. Seuss, and especially inside of this week, like, you know, knowing how many publishers have it and that we haven't heard yet and wondering what was going on, and just to know, you know, not to give up no matter what. So that was a little bit about my week. I also spent some time decluttering. I just dropped off like 8 bags of purses and shoes and clothes to the Broward House. I found out that they take donations, so I went over there and dropped a bunch of stuff off. And then I spent the day at church today with one of my very favorite bands. Their name is Inner Voice, and they are transformational and magical music on the planet. I've got a little bit of them playing in the background right now. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm going to do another video and put up some pictures that I took with them, and maybe like little snippets of some of their music. You can also search Inner Voice Band or Inner Voice on YouTube, and you'll see some of their videos. They've only got a few videos here. They've got a bunch of stuff on MySpace, so check them out. I know that this community will find them enlightening and inspiring. It's Inner Voice Band, and I will check in with you all later. Bye. My virtual vision board just popped up on my computer, so I cannot get to the off button on my video yet. But I've got this really cool program called Virtual Vision Board. It's a guy out of the Netherlands who created this program that I'm going to tell you about right now since I can't get back to my computer. And you can put up 8 different images and 16 different sayings. And then you can have one be your screensaver, but you can create as many of these programs as you want. And it's super cool. Right now, like 8 images of my book just popped up, and it goes through this whole affirmation series that I do with my book. So it's pretty neat. All right, I'm back to my regular screen. Bye.